All right, Padres knock off the Mets today in the series finale. I'll talk about more of this game on the show later today, so not a long reaction or recap, but I mean, Joe Musgrove, he was tremendous today. Another day where he owned the New York Mets. It's not an old story because if you're a Padres fan, you love to see it, but I'm sure Mets fans are pretty tired of it now. But that's game 3 of the wild card that he dominated, didn't pitch against them in New York earlier this year. But he ends up going, I think, 6 innings today, doesn't give up any runs. Manny with a couple home runs. He's swinging the bat much better, which is great to see because obviously he got off to the worst start of his career. And it wasn't just a start, like it's just been the worst season of his career, because we're months into this thing. Now we're at the All-Star break. Now you could say after this win, right, like Manny with a couple home runs, the offense scores the runs, the Musgrove pitches well. Snell obviously pitching well, but most of the rotation pitching well, and the offense, it seems like they're doing better. Bad time for the All-Star break to come now because you have 4 days off and maybe you lose the momentum. But anyone that knows me, I'm not a big believer in momentum in baseball. Like, you're either a good baseball team or you're not. And so I think this could actually be, it's actually a good test for the Padres. Sure, maybe not the best timing again with the momentum thing, but if you don't believe in momentum, this will tell us who the Padres are. If they come out of the All-Star break and struggle in this 10-game road trip, then maybe they're just not that good of a team. But if they can play well over the 10-game road trip and they can get maybe over 500, then we'll see, okay, maybe they're better than just a below-average baseball team, right? You're not relying on the momentum. Again, that's if you believe in momentum. Let's say there was no All-Star break and they kept playing well. Maybe it's just because they're playing really well and it's momentum. But again, this break, I think it could be good for the Padres. Swept the Angels, won the series against the Mets, kept Shohei Ohtani hitless. Pete Alonso did nothing in this series, so those are some encouraging signs. And then there's obviously a lot more to hit on the show later tonight when I get home, so feel free to join the YouTube live stream then. For any questions, any comments, if you want to join the show, I'll leave the link there. But yeah, Padres get the series win over the Mets, and now Juan Soto and Josh Hader are headed to Seattle for the All-Star game.